Hi, I'm Janie Keller, and I'm taking this time to present to you the other side of owning a small business. Last week I talked to you about owning your own small business, a little mom and pop shop, and I asked if small business was really going to be a thing of the past. Well, according to NewYorkTimes.com, small business may be a thing of the past. The thing now is to buy into a franchise. So NewYorkTimes.com lists 10 reasons why small businesses actually fail. The trend for small towns with small business owners is to buy into a big franchise such as McDonald's, Burger King, Cato's, Lowe's, Home Depot, and others to keep a small community growing in these times right now, and to accommodate the younger generation and to keep the small town alive. The lifestyle seems to be what most people desire, younger people desire. The more franchises a small town has, the more the town has to offer. People are interested in planting roots, and small town business owners end up getting pushed out of the whole scene because the mom and pop shops can't make it against these big franchises and stuff. Lubbock, Texas is a really good example of that. They have a lot of places to shop, more than here at home, and so I find myself traveling to Lubbock more to shop there than I do here in Plainview. And it's because they offer more. Just because they can afford to do that, because they have so many bigger franchises in Lubbock. The town is thriving and growing more, whereas Plainview is just a little bit behind. Now we have a few things here, and I'll talk about those here in a little bit. The argument here is, in a market for franchise business, which one do you choose to be successful? Now, here's a good example of what I'm talking about. Right here in Plainview, it would be really nice if we had a fabric store or a sewing shop, or something that offered sewing machines and a lot of material and like fabric material, sewing machine supplies, all of that stuff, so that we can keep that alive here instead of having to travel all the way to Lubbock just to get material that I need. Maybe to make something for my grandchildren, or something for my house, like curtains or something like that. But because Plainview doesn't have that, then I end up traveling to Lubbock. Whereas I could open my own fabric shop right here. The fabricshop.com, the Fabric Shop franchise seems to be a wonderful business to start right here in Plainview, and it would be smart because it would make people feel that they're valued and important, and I'm offering something that our community needs. According to Moneyvader.com, you can have a successful franchise business if you're careful and you use wise planning. You got to think through everything, every angle, every corner, every detail, everything. Owning a franchise business can be rewarding, but it takes time. It takes, according to New York Times, smallbusiness.com, 5 full years for a business to get off the ground, a new business to get off the ground. And so make sure that you're offering the community, like I said, something that you need. A good example of that would be a lumber yard. We have McCoy's Lumber Yard here, and it is a thriving, booming franchise because it offers our community something that they need. Now, the catch is, it's the only lumber yard here in town, so it's a little pricey. It can get a little pricey. So if I were to open up another lumber yard, it would make it competitive, and it would give people a choice. It's a little bit different if you open a franchise such as a tanning salon. People don't always need to tan, and they'll give that up when money gets tight. So that's what I'm talking about when I say make sure that you're wise and you choose carefully, and that you're smart with what you're trying to open. Yeah, you could argue that folks won't spend as much at the hardware store if saving money is needed, but when the hot water heater goes out, guess where they're coming? They're coming to your hardware store. So, as reported by smalltownmarketing.com, small communities depend and survive on the revenue generated from people buying product locally. At the same time, small business owners must learn to provide the product that's in demand by the community. The two work hand in hand. And money spent locally, according to time.com, business money is what keeps a small community healthy and vibrant. Franchises like Walmart and Sam's Food Club are great examples. United Supermarket is another one. It supports both Plainview and Lubbock. Per MoneyWatch.com, franchise business generates big dollars for the communities. By owning a franchise, it's an abundant option for many who want to own their own business. And it's easier to open a franchise that folks are already familiar with. Subway Sandwich Shop. That's all I had to say. It's a perfect example of what I'm describing. You won't have any trouble making a go of that business since folks are already familiar with the product. People like to eat. We all like food. And they know what you're going to be giving them. They know what you offer. Here in Plainview, we have a small mom and pop sandwich shop, and it's getting edged out by Subway because people they know the product that Subway offers. The Subway brings in a generous amount of money into the community of Plainview, where the small sandwich shop, the mom and pop shop I'm telling you about, it doesn't do as much. And so it's getting edged out. So in conclusion, small business may be a thing of the past, even though small business plays a very important part of keeping a community healthy, strong, and vibrant. Franchise business seems to be the trend. Even though small business is needed to maintain a less stressful lifestyle, franchise business is needed to generate large amounts of money, and it takes the large amount of money it takes to support a thriving, growing community. So, franchise business can be supportive of your community, and they can give back, and they can serve those who choose to spend locally and purchase their products. Rager Dykes Auto Group is a good example of that too. They're in Lubbock, they're in Plainview, they're in Midland, they're all over the place. If you want to own a business, buying into a franchise could be the way to go. After all, it may be your franchise that makes the difference in your community. Do your homework and check out all of the angles first, and make sure you choose a product that your community needs. Thank you for your time.